40K bucks on a new software for $8,000 or something like that. And you will enjoy my presentation. It will be built up really nicely, the amazing videos and pictures. I have all the team and company behind. And after 20 or 30 minutes, I will just drop the marketing messages to you and you will go and cash and buy the products, right? What do you think about it? It's happening sometimes, right? But I have to say it's no, I'm an independent speaker, so this is not the reason why I like to talk to static guided endodontics. So what could be the reason? Maybe it could be that it's about me, you know? Maybe you think that I'm a egocentric and selfish guy, and I choose this topic because it's interesting. No one is using it, and I invite you to my presentation, and you like me, you follow me on Instagram, or you're looking at my TikTok videos, and I became popular, right? So maybe this is the only reason, just being a show off, huh? Well, I'm not exactly that type of guy, but no, this is not the reason. The main reason maybe could be that, oh, sorry, the presentation is not working. So maybe the reason could be that I like to create ninjas all around the world. We are 580 people now here in my presentation. It's really amazing, and thank you so much. But maybe my goal with guided endodontics to train ninjas around the world. I'm sure you are familiar with this approach which came into the fashion in our professional lives 5 to 10 years. And these similar cases who these guys, which I call the minimalists, try to advocate that we should forget about the old access preparation rules, and we should rear these tiny and strange holes in the tooth as an access, right? And if we talk about what are your evidences behind it, they say we have some expert opinions and in vitro studies. So it's not well evidence-based. And I like to suggest to you to use guided endodontics, which also is weakly evidence-based in the literature, to be a ninja. So maybe that could be the reason. But I have to tell you, this is not the main goal. However, we have to learn something from this, let's name it conservative approach, because in my opinion, ninja endodontics is a misconception and misinterpretation in the social era of what is conservative approach means. Because the main goal is to preserve the sound dental structures on a reasonable way, so not drilling tiny holes in the tooth. On the other hand, to carry out endodontic treatment on the way, on the best knowledge we can do. So the reason why I would like to share with you my knowledge about guided endodontics is based on my really bad experience. I'm running a referral-based practice. I live in Budapest. The picture behind me, it's taken from there. So if this COVID thing says goes away, just come to my city. It's a really nice place. You can have fun, nice parties, nice restaurant, amazing people. But anyway, I'm running a referral-based practice, and these cases are the pre-op usually and unfortunately in my practice. Maybe you have similar things in your office. Maybe we have the same referrals, right? But who knows? Look at this situation here. The doctor tried to localize this really tiny calcified root canal, 3 times, spent 3 hours with that, and then she referred to me. And of course, with the magnification, I was able to treat this case. However, look at what happened. The tooth is structurally compromised, is hollowed out. The restoration, how to restore the tooth is really questionable, especially in a situation like biting tooth with extra forces or bracing or clenching or something like that. In the middle, the patient was not so lucky. It was a perforation. And yes, of course, I was able to find and do it, blah, blah, blah. So you do it in everyday practice. But again, the tooth is structurally compromised. And look at this one. That's a typical mistake in my practice, which I found. And I have to tell you, I made this mistake many times in my career. My first endo was carried out in 1996. So I made a lot of mistakes like this. However, imagine this situation, taking a 2-dimensional X-ray, the white line success was perfect. and there was no guess about what's happening, that the patient was treated with antibiotics. However, in the real situation, doing a 3D imaging and a surgery, you can see the result. So, and after one point, seeing this type of cases time to time, day by day, I decided to do something against it. And I started to share my knowledge on Facebook. I started to organize congresses. I always thought the message was to do referrals. Please know your limitation, stop in time, and refer the case if it is out of your limitations. Or if you don't want to refer because you want to have the money and the practice, invest in the equipment, invest in knowledge and do it yourself, or take someone there who does it for you. And what is the main goal? The main goal is to help our patients. The main goal is to maintain their own teeth from lifelong period. And if you think about it, the society, fortunately, is living longer. I am now 44. Oh my God, yeah. I'm 44. And in the middle age, I am just about to die, right? I could be an old man. But nowadays, in 2020, I hope I'm living more than 45 years in the future. And I want to save my own teeth in my mind to live that. And of course, I have no problem with implants. However, as a patient, as a